This is me 3 months ago, and this is me now.
Quick update, I've actually now down 70 pounds.
But then I saw this Mr. Beast video, and I thought to myself, I think I can beat the Beast. His video did exactly what I think he was hoping for. It inspired me, it challenged me, and now it created their biggest enemy. All jokes aside, the dude in the video, Madge, is awesome. His passion, drive, ambition, and kind-heartedness really shined through. So I came up with an idea. I started actively trying to lose weight on May 6th. That was 90 days ago. Madge, with the help of Mr. Beast and all of his assets, lost 100 pounds in 178 days. So, if I want to beat that, if I want to beat Mr. Beast at his own game, I'd have to lose 40 more pounds in the next 87 days or less. So I'm throwing down the gauntlet. I will lose 100 pounds faster than Madge did in Mr. Beast's video, and I will do a daily vlog until the goal is achieved. Let's dive into today's video.
The past 2 years I have filmed some type of this is it video, and nothing's ever made it to the internet.
I started around 270 21 days ago, and right now I'm around 247, 248.
We did it, fam! We did it, homies! 239. Man, look at that tan line.
It wasn't some crazy diet or impossible workout routine. How I think, change how I exercise, and what I put in my body. And in that short time, I've lost almost 50 pounds. Hoping for 210. Be cool if we see 209. 209.8. Hell yeah. Oh man. And we are at 202.2. It is Saturday, August 16th, and today's weigh-in. I should, for the first time in like 12 years, be less than 200 pounds, which will be over 70 pounds lost in the past 3 months. Are we gonna hit sub 200? Let's see. Okay, we are officially at 199.6. Oh my god, this is a milestone. Honestly, I've been hitting plateau after plateau through this journey, but a lifetime plateau. I literally haven't been sub 200 pounds since college, which was a while ago, 14 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever it was. Oh man, yeah, this is nuts. I'm so excited. I gotta remember this moment. I'm gonna put the camera down so I can kind of spin around and just document my body, what it looks like. Hopefully this is a milestone that I can be happy with and celebrate and put in the dust. Maybe hit 190 in a few weeks, maybe hit 180 in a few weeks. The goal is 170, which would be 100 pounds. And I'm trying to beat Mr. Beast because he helped the guy lose 100 pounds in 178 days. I want to lose 100 pounds in 177 days or less. Honestly, I'm going for the throne. I'm going for the head because that idea of like shooting for the stars and being okay with hitting the moon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I believe I can, but I'm going to do it smart. I'm going to do it healthy. I'm going to do it safely. I mean, there's so many people that already think that I might be doing this very unsafely. I'm dropping way too much weight, way too fast, but I am trying to listen to my body. I am going to get blood work done on a monthly basis just to make sure that everything's on the up and up. This is super exciting. Now today is going to be jam-packed because I plan to hang out with a couple of friends that I haven't seen in months, and that's going to be really fun. And then after that, I'm going to try to rush home because I'm going to host a little bit of a UFC watch party. I think we're planning to make some homemade ahi tuna poke bowls, which is going to be fantastic. I may sub out the rice with like cauliflower rice because otherwise I'm probably going to be over 200 tomorrow. But the thing is that I think I probably am gonna go back over 200 tomorrow, just because I'm doing 2 hangouts with 2 separate groups of people, and that's okay because I might balloon back to like 200, 201 tomorrow, but Monday I for surely will be back to sub 199 or sub 200. That's just how the body works. I can't constantly and forever be in like extreme calorie deficit. The importance of hanging out with friends, building relationships, having a good time, socializing, all that stuff is still super important, and it's what keeps me from like burning out. 199.6 was it today? Whatever, 199 point something. Hasn't happened in over 10 years. I am super stoked. Let's start this day. I wanted to talk about that feeling that we all get when we feel like it's too late. We missed the boat. It's come, it's gone, and we missed our opportunity. Whether that's a job, whether that's investing, whether that's a relationship, no matter what it is, there's so many times where we'll feel like, dang it, it's too late. If only I did it yesterday. If only I did it a couple years ago. I'm not gonna lie, I constantly think about how I almost bought 100 Bitcoins back in the day just as a joke, just for the lulz, because I am still into tech. I'm like super nerdy, so I knew all about it in the beginning, and I had an opportunity to do it. I still think about that in the more like what it would be like to win the lottery type of thing, but not really in a like it weighs on my mind and I'm sad all the time. That idea of missing the boat and being too late, honestly think it's so much more valuable to have more of an optimistic growth mindset of it's never too late. It's never too late to do what you want to do. It's never too late to grow in the areas that you want to grow. It's never too late. Now, of course, we can be super ambitious and dream big. What separates people who have success versus not are the ones that are able to put theory, put thoughts, put ambitions into practice over and over and over. I want to say to you guys, if anyone's watching this video and you feel like I'm too late, now of course my channel, the lens that I'm looking through it primarily, at least right now, is through the lens of weight loss, through health, wellness, fitness. If you're in a place where you feel like I'm too late, I wish I did it when I was in my 20s, I wish I did it when I was in my 30s, I wish I did it when I was in my 40s. I'm here to tell you it's never too late. You are not late. Yeah, it would have been great to start yesterday. It would have been great to start a month ago, a year ago. But you know when's the next best time to start? Today. I'm not gonna assume that whoever's watching this video has also watched my other 30 videos I posted on my weight loss journey. 3 months ago, I was 270 pounds and I could barely walk. Like, I mean, I'm kind of over exaggerating, but when I hit 270, I and my loved ones were, morbidly fearful of my health. That's when it was like, okay, in my head, it's like, it's never too late. I'm gonna get started. I started walking as much as I could. I started walking my dog instead of 15 minutes in the morning, an hour in the morning. But the problem was that I was so unhealthy and so unfit that even the act of walking was messing me up. I started having hip problems, ankle problems, knee problems. I couldn't even walk. I felt so trapped. I honestly felt so trapped. And when I was younger, like in my 20s, I loved to work out. Like I loved to go to the gym. I would go to LA Fitness sometimes twice a day. I tried to start lifting because I couldn't walk. My shoulders were hurting, my neck was hurting, my lower back. Oh, don't even get started on my lower back. It was just always constantly hurting. And I had like really bad elbow bicep tendonitis with the neck, with the arms, and with the lower back pain and issues. It made lifting pretty much impossible. So here I am 3 months ago, 270 pounds. I can't walk. I can't lift. My relationship with food, I would eat and eat and eat. I love food. There's nothing wrong with loving food, but when you eat when you're bored, when you eat when you're nervous, when you eat when you're stressed, when you eat because of, why not? I'm watching a TV show. That's not a healthy relationship. That's where I was 3 months ago. Thank God I found swimming, because
I don't know what I could have done if not for swimming at that time. That was when I was at my lowest point. My body just wouldn't respond well to anything. Anything I tried made me feel worse. 3 months ago, cleaning up my eating and kind of actually purposefully trying to create a caloric deficit from how much I put into my body versus how much I expend and burn. That combined with swimming and really respecting my sleep, that made a whole world of difference. I remember being so excited about making my first video about how I lost 21 pounds. I was so excited. And then I made a video about how I lost 30 pounds and how exciting that was and how it was kind of unlocking new forms of activity and movement. By the time I lost 30 pounds, I was able to walk again. And I started doing like hip flexor and Pilates exercises for rehabilitation so that I can get my hips more centered, more aligned, and more strong. And I remember making a video when I lost 40 pounds and 45 pounds. There was a season in my life where when I would hit 220 pounds, I would feel like, oh my gosh, it's time to make a change. When I would hit 210, it was like, oh my gosh, it's time to make a change. And for so many years, I would get stuck at 200 pounds. Like I wouldn't get below it. I don't think since college I have been below 200 pounds. And for a long time, I made that in my head, like my body will never let me. It's just impossible, not possible, can't. And today be below 200 pounds for the first time in maybe like 10 plus years. And it's just so exciting. And it's super important to celebrate success, to just take a moment to, you know, see the fruits of your labor and be proud of yourself, but also that Mamba mentality. I'm in Southern California. Kobe Bryant's one of my heroes. That Mamba mentality, I remember that interview where after one of the playoff games, I think the Lakers were up like 3-1 or something like that, one more win away from the championship or something like that, and Kobe looked pissed off. And the reporters are asking him, like, shouldn't you be happy? You're one win away from winning the championship. Shouldn't you be happy? And he's just sitting there like, what's there to be happy about? Job's not done. Is job done? No, job's not done. Why should I celebrate? And it's like, dang, man, that Mamba mentality is so crazy. Like, I thought that was epic, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure he's happy. I'm sure he's celebrating the small win and inside. And I'm sure he knows that, you know, he's making the progress, right? One more win away from the title. Celebrating prematurely is not really a good idea. Celebrate success, celebrate your wins, great. But always remember, job's not done. There's more to do. So I'm excited because breaking 200 pounds is a huge milestone and I'm super excited. Just like when I lost 21 pounds and that was a huge milestone. And just when I lost 30 pounds and that was a huge milestone, and 45 pounds and 50 pounds. This is 70 pounds lost, and it's extremely important that I celebrate, but also remember, the job is not done. All right, just finished my swim. 45 minutes and 40 seconds, 1.45 kilometers, 854 calories burned, 58 lengths or 26 laps. Here we go. I don't think the camera can see that, but oh, feeling good, feeling good.
About halfway through my Japanese walking session. If you don't know anything about Japanese walking, totally do it. I am a huge advocate of it. There's no way I would have been able to lose 70 pounds without this style of walking. So what it is 5 sets of low intensity and high intensity intervals. So you can do it like me, where I'll do 3 minutes of incline walking, followed by 3 minutes of flat walking. And if I do that 5 times, it'll be 30 minutes. Or you can go 3 minutes fast walking, like let's say 4 miles per hour, 3.5 miles per hour, and then 3 minutes of slow walking, like 2 miles per hour, 2.5. Whatever gets you to gets your heart rate up versus your heart rate down. It honestly has been fantastic. It's been fun. It's been making walking easier. and more challenging, which is kind of fun. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was talking about earlier, the idea that it's never too late. Oh man, I just made me think about, I used to go to LA Fitness practically every day, and I know for surely that when I was in my mid-20s and I would be playing basketball or something like that, I would always be envious of the 18-year-olds. You know, I would think to myself, man, if I was 18, I would have been training differently. I would have so much more energy. And for surely, no matter what, there was always a time where there'd be like a 30-year-old looking at me thinking, oh, you're so lucky to be in your 20s, man. What I would give to be in my 20s. When you're 30, it all goes downhill, right? And just like clockwork, there'd always be like a 40-year-old who is working his butt off too, or her butt off too, and be like envious of the 30-year-old. Like, oh, you can't complain. Like, you don't know what it's like to be 40, right? And the cycle continues and continues and continues until eventually there's like a 70-year-old on the court who's kicking all of our butts and telling us like what he would do to be 40 again or something like that. So the point is, it's all perspective. I could feel like it's too late. You know, I'm a few years away from 40, and I could read article after article about how, I don't know, bone density drops after 30, or libido drops, or testosterone drops, or the ability to build muscle drops, or your metabolism slows down, all of that stuff. And those articles exist, and I think the research is actually sound and true, but what's also true is that it's never too late. The fact that I'm not in the best shape of my life right now, but for damn sure, by the end of 2025, I will be in the best shape of my life. And that'll be in my late 30s, you know? That's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? I should have been in the best shape of my life in my 20s, or, you know, maybe my early 30s or whatever. But it's never too late. You can always grow. You can always change. You can always work on yourself, no matter what that is. Whether that's at your occupation, whether that's your health, your wellness, whether that's relationships, your spirituality, it don't matter. It's never too late. All right, I'm gonna stop preaching today and finish up this walk. I'm out of breath right now because I'm on the max incline of this Japanese interval, but yeah. Whew. After this walk, get in some protein and some supplements and start the rest of the day.
So after my walk, I ended up hanging out with my two friends who I haven't seen in months. And yeah, it was a really cool hangout. We ended up getting Greek food. I tried to make it a little healthy by going with the salad option, but I did get lamb, which is pretty fatty. But it was all good because it tasted really good. And yeah, so there's a little bit of a scooter ride to their place. Honestly, I'm just like so in love with my scooter. I can just like fly through the city with it. And then this is me going back during sunset to try to get back to my place to host a UFC watch party where my friend came over. We made some ahi tuna poke bowls. It was so good. I had no idea. One of his friends actually just got really into fishing, so he came by his place and was like, yo, take as many tuna as you want. So it was literally the freshest of the freshest you can make it. The tuna bowls were good. Actually added a little bit of extra rice because I just was in kind of F it mode because this day was really rough already. But yeah, it was cool. In between everything, I tried to get in a little bit of resistance workout. So here's me working out with my tonal machine. And yeah, I literally did just like every body part I can think of. Back, chest, abs. You can see me kind of rubbing my biceps a little bit because I have some tendinitis. Also did some lower back extensions to end it. I started with pull-ups, but you can barely see it. Some twisting for my obliques. But yeah, throughout the workout, I was dying. It was pretty hot too. And then after that, I did a little bit more Japanese style walking on the treadmill, just trying to do as much as I can to, take a little bit of calories off, since I did eat quite a bit this day, which will probably affect my weigh-in tomorrow, but it was all good. Like I said earlier, investing in relationships and building friendships and cultivating that, it's super important. And it was just, I don't know. I feel super lucky that people even want to hang out with me. So great times. And even though I'm laser focused on my diet and my weight loss journey, I don't think I'm ever going to say no to hanging out with people, especially my good friends from today. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.